Right guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, Season 2, Episode 3 is here. As I said in the last episode, the games don't get any easier. I think we've got the Falcons, the Ravens, I can't remember the third game. But yeah, hell. I've been stitched up with the start of the schedule. I'm 4-2 at the moment, so I'm actually kind of pleased. I'm disappointed I can't keep up my 16-0 record like last year. But I mean, I've had some tough games to start, so it's going to get a little bit easier down the stretch, which is good. So if I can get some wins now, then I'll set myself in good stead to ball out. So let's get straight into it. Obviously, I'll commentate again over the top of it, let you know what I was thinking, especially in some of these games. I'll definitely let you know what I was thinking. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Right, okay, so as you can see in the top right, we're playing Paulie P. Playing against the Falcons away, so we know it's going to be a tough game. He comes out in bunch, he's got a good bunch. He gets real adjusty on defense, so it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I know he's going to ball out, so hopefully we can get the win. But we do get a bit there, so happy days. Early on, my defense has balled out throughout the whole year. It balled out last year, especially giving away Gilmore. It's quite a big risk giving away your best defender, but it's not made any difference. It would have helped against the Bills, to be fair, just having that extra one step ahead. Okay, perfect. This is kind of the perfect time to run you through what I'm thinking. So first of all, he's running man defense. So I put him an option route. So as soon as he stops, if you're on an option route and you're manned up, you run like an out route, which beats man. So I just threw it thinking that was man coverage. And for some reason, he didn't bounce off right. So I threw a pick. But it kind of leads me up to the point where in these games now, due to that last game against the Bills, I was so frustrated. Like, I was so annoyed. Just not with my playing ability, really. It was more just with Mac Jones. Obviously, it's get Mac Jones to the Super Bowl. That's the whole target of the league. But he's just been selling. He's got no speed. He's not got gunslinger. His release is slow. He's inaccurate. It's so tough. He's got like his abilities. He's just got conductor. So, I mean, yeah, that's really helpful. So it is tough. And I spoke to the commissioner. I don't play franchise enough to know how to upgrade players properly. And he just said, you just got to throw the ball. You've got to get yards with him, get him touchdowns, upgrade his XP as much as you can. And then he'll get his breakout game and become an X factor where I can get gunslinger, and that's when I can kind of ball out and hopefully control this league a little bit better. But as I was saying, it's just so frustrating. The last game I had so many pressure inaccurates. I think I deserved the win. I deserved to win the last game. Obviously, if you watch some of the reads I'm making at the moment, it's just desperate. Like I'm just throwing silly stuff. I was in a bit of a weird headspace playing, like I was just so frustrated at this point in the season with Matt Jones not upgrading it. Like I'd play 3 games or so and I wouldn't even get 1 upgrade point. So he was like 81 rated for so long. And it's just so frustrating because you need a decent quarterback to be able to get you to the Super Bowl. Some of the ballers in this league now, they have some real stacked teams. So if you don't have gunslinger, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So you'll see it in the end zone now. I'm going to throw the ball a lot more. If I throw picks, I throw picks. I'm going to be consistent throughout the whole kind of season. Where if I throw a pick, not the end of the world. I'm going to throw them. People know I'm going to be throwing in the end zone, but I'm not really bothered. I'm just trying to throw as many touchdowns as I can with Matt Jones. We do hit a nice little rollout laser, to be fair there. But then we get a 4th and goal. Come out. As I told you, boys, we're throwing the ball. That was covered 2, I think. So I just tried to quick throw it, and obviously Mac sells. It's just same story, different day. But what can you do? He throws a nice little laser. That's a proper throw. He didn't have much of a window there to throw it, so fair play to him. And then he starts running these little counters, and I can never get the counters going myself, but everyone gets success against you when they run counters. So I probably should try and incorporate a little bit more. But I miss my sack there. I try and use a blitz him and just completely miss my sack. And then I see it's cover 2 there, so I try and dot him up, but for some reason his zone plays that unbelievably well, and obviously Matt Jones having the slowest release in the game means that it gets picked. So he dots me up from having that touchdown. He's moving the ball well, and then I can see it's cover 2 again. Get dirty with that stop and go. That was absolute filth. but the game's kind of gone by now, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to throw the ball as deep as I can. Obviously, I'm going to get turnovers on defense. It's just how I play. And I've got to a certain level where like I kind of understand what people are doing, how to shut it down. But I just need to have the offense to make the most of it. And at the moment, I'm struggling. You see it again there, boys. Everyone runs that situation, but I'm just trying to throw the ball, get as many touchdowns as possible. Now, it seems like excuses, but I mean, if you spoke to if you were there and I was talking to the commissioner, I was ready just to pack it in. I was so frustrated because obviously some of these teams are so stacked. Some of these guys who are the better ones as well, have gunslingers. So it's not as if the bad players have been given, or the good players have been given bad teams. They've all taken the good teams. So I'm coming in with the Patriots, trying to ball out and win the Super Bowl. And I've got a terrible quarterback. My offense is horrible. Had to get rid of my best defensive player just to get a piece on offense. It's just tough. It is tough, but I mean, that's what you guys are watching for. So it's just one of those. But I mean, I throw another pick there. I'm literally just trying to throw it as deep as I can. See if I can get some big yards towards the end of the game. Yeah, it's just one of those games. Comes out here, throws. I said throws a nice run play, but picks a nice run play. I'll probably throw another pick here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, good. Yeah, we throw another pick. Just sums it up, but I'm just trying to throw yards. You probably don't need to see any more of this game, to be fair, boys. But he runs it out last play, nearly gets a touchdown. Thankfully, we stop him. And we get beat 42-17. Looks like a complete blowout. Well, it is. But, like, it's not as if I was going full sweat mode. I'm just trying to dot up, and I was exaggerating a little bit. I could have ran a few plays, got closer, tried to do a few quick dots, but I was just exaggerating it and probably making it worse for myself. But we're playing the Ravens, undefeated Super Bowl champion. He's undefeated this year when I'm playing him. He's a Super Bowl champ from last year, so I'm ready to absolutely smoke him. He said I bottled the playoffs last year, so I had a little bit of motive to go and smoke him in this game. And I admit I was going full sweat mode for this game. We do get a nice little touchdown there with Mac. As I told you, boys, I'm trying to throw in the red zone. If you stop it, you stop it. But I just need to upgrade my quarterback because he is trash. But yeah, he's taught me up nicely here. Ravens is a good player. The only thing is he uses a custom, and you can't respect people that use a custom. If someone says they're good and then use a custom, it's not really the same. But oh well. He's won the Super Bowl, and you got to respect him. He's got Lamar Jackson, who's an absolute baller in this game. Now he's fully upgraded. He's got gunslinger, everything like that. I try and get a little bit wild with Matt Jones there, but he misses the throw. So we have a 4th and 4. He's sending a little bit of heat, and I just it just sums up my luck, doesn't it, fellas? I literally throw it straight at my wide receiver's hands. He's wide open and just completely drops it. So it's one of those things. But I bit on the tight end delay. I knew he was going to throw it, so I kind of followed the playmaker a little bit, and then as he was throwing the tight end delay, jumped back on it, got the pick. So it's 7-6, loads of time left in the game. Hit him with a bit of flood, and we're moving this ball quite nicely. Be interesting to see what I do here. Yep, throw the ball. As I said, boys, I'm just trying to throw this rock into the end zone, Matt Jones, and get him upgraded. It is just so frustrating, as I said before. But we send a bit of heat. I kind of understand what he was trying to do on offense. Then I'm mixing a bit of pressure now, just trying to put him in some uncomfortable situations. But he gets a 4th and 4 here. I mean, that's absolutely bagged. He was just bagged from start to finish. Where I gave up the last touchdown was in man defense. So I'm kind of giving him a bit of a man look and trying to mix it up. I'm going to go to man sometimes. I'm going to send a blitz sometimes. And then I'm going to go into zone sometimes. So they're all coming at the same look. And it confused him a little bit throughout this game. But we do get a touchdown with Fulani, a little bit of power O, and then we send a bit more pressure again, boys. Yeah, we send a bit more pressure. There was a bit of a man blitz this time, so we're mixing it up nicely. Everything's bagged there, boys, like completely bagged. We get another turnover, so 21-6. See if we can run this ball into the end zone. Halani's moving nicely. He's feeling good. I'm so happy with that draft pick. As I said, we're going to throw this rock in the end zone. It's what I should have done a bit more in the Falcons game. It's still run the ball a little bit more and then make the throws. But, I mean, that's an absolute laser as well. So you can tell I'm really sweating this game out, wanting to win. He gets called for a pass interference there, which isn't really fair. But I knew his user was going to peel off. So as soon as he started to peel off, I just threw that ball knowing he wouldn't stick with the tight end. And Halani's running that rock again. He's absolutely balling out for me this year. And then I think he squeezes into the end zone there. Yeah, he squeezes in. So happy days. We're absolutely smoking the undefeated Super Bowl champ. We have his run shoots down as well. I saw he was going to run the ball and just absolutely nailed that run gap, or the run gap shoot. And then he runs the ball again and we managed to shoot it. Send a bit of a blitz this time. So he's got a 4th and long. I imagine he's going to go for it at this stage. So it's a 4th and 21. See what gets open. I throw a little bit of man and zone in there. Nothing's really open. He has to throw it away because there's nothing open. He's already used his tight end, so there's no tight end delay. So yeah, we're absolutely smoking. I sneak in a little fade route. I've been putting him on a post route the whole game. Snuck him on a fade and managed to get the tutty. So we're absolutely smoking the Super Bowl champ at the moment and giving him his first L of the year. Send a little bit more pressure again. Get a sack. 2nd and 16 here. We're sending another blitz. Get another sack. So we just balled out in this game, to be fair, boys. We were switched on. I was locked in, I promise you. I was fully locked in, so that's probably the best I've played in a long time. And at this point, you can tell he's just given up. He's running a fake. I didn't come out in field goal defense because I had a feeling he was going to run a fake. So we have 6 seconds left. We're on the 47-yard line, sorry. I take my field goal to get it up, get the points up. So we end up beating the Super Bowl champs and undefeated from this year. Ravens 45-6 and absolutely balled out in that game. So it shows I can kind of play, but I was just so frustrated not being able to upgrade Mac Jones. So I was probably exaggerating a little bit with some of the things I was doing. Some of the picks I was throwing were just a bit too dumb. But we're playing the Saints. I've not actually played the Saints yet in this franchise, and his record is proper. Like, he's got a good record. So I was going to respect him. And I forgot I had the Saints as well, actually. So my first 9 games were just absolute hell. So it's one of those where I could have had an easy start to the schedule and I knew I'd have a kind of tough start. But at least I've started with a tough schedule, knowing it's going to get easier. If I can nick a few wins to start with, it's going to get easier towards the kind of the back straight, if that makes sense, where you kind of want to pick up them wins, and that's where you're looking at the playoffs, and it's nice picking up wins every week. So 0-0. First quarter, there was no points scored at all, and we get unlucky there. Cam Jordan breaks free. I think it's Cam Jordan. I might have got that wrong, but yeah, Jordan breaks free, and then I kind of get out of that sack, and then I get sacked again even further back. So we have to take our 3 points. And this guy's got a minute and a half left maybe, and he throws it straight at my face. I mean, it's kind of the worst possible timing to throw a pick. So we have kind of a minute left to get any points on the board at all. For a nice little check down there to Helani. As I said before, completely balling out. We get a 1st and 15 there, so I think I got a time violation or something. But then it doesn't matter. We get the touchdown with good win. So we're 10-0 up at half, and we're balling out. Well, I said 10-0. Have I just done something stupid? Jesus Christ, I'm watching some of these games back, and I don't know what was going through my head. So he must have got a field goal or something. On the 42-yard line as well. Yeah, 10-3 at half. We managed to get a field goal on the 42-yard line. But we got the ball, so happy days. We get the little crossing route open there with Hunter Henry. So moving the chains nicely. Helani gets open there. Absolute baller. That's what I was telling you about in that route in the Falcons game, where if it's manned up, he jumps to an out route and it gets wide open usually. And then we dot up with Matt Jones running down the street. As I said before, we're going to throw in the end zone, and thankfully Amari Cooper toasts his man, so we get the touchdown. I didn't learn from my last time where Michael Thomas burnt my guy on man coverage, and I came out in man, got absolutely burnt. So I think I'm starting to learn my lesson a little bit. But we have 5 minutes left. We're in control of this game. We scoot outside. Do we manage to get the touchdown? Yes, we do. Helani's balling out again for me. Really pleased with that draft pick. We just need to be a bit more sensible on defense here. I don't know how that wasn't a pick, but yeah, we just need to be a bit more sensible on defense. Let him work his way gradually up the field and kill a bit of this clock. He's not got many timeouts left, so just need to make him use them and take as long as he can on the clock. But for some reason, I was sending pressure. Like, looking back, I should have just been taking as long as I can. Sending defense to make sure that he makes long reads, prolonged plays, etc. But I was sending pressure, which is a bit weird. But we do manage to get the stop, so the game's pretty much over now. 24-10. Managed to dot him up again there with Matt Jones. Cooper gets wide open. It's a 4th and 5 here. Dot him up again down the seam. I noticed it was cover 3, so we did a quick seam route, and we get to beat the Saints. So, I mean, out of this episode, the Falcons were just a complete blowout. But that was just me being toxic, to be fair. Just exaggerating, throwing every play. I could have still set it up a little bit better. but everyone knew I was throwing every play, and it was just lazy and me being toxic. But it's one of those things, isn't it? But then we make up with it, smoking the Ravens, which is probably my best win of the franchise so far. And then, yeah, beating the Saints, who was obviously a tough opponent, was moving the ball nicely, had some good reads. So we're halfway through the season. I think we're 7-2 maybe. 7-2, 7-3. I think it's 7-2. So we're 7-2. We're going well. We just need to keep this momentum going now, take it down the back straight, and then hopefully we can get a nice spot in the playoffs and go on from there. So I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the support as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.